Oh,
Hey guys, welcome to another audio commentary with Diggity, Moletrap, and Steve. This is going to be a match between an ace match. Is this the ace match? Yeah, this is the ace match between Ace and Lecaf Oz, and it should be a lot of fun. Once again, another triple commentary with Diggity, Moletrap, and Steve.
say hello, Steve.
Hi guys.
That's Steve.
I just did.
Friend Steve. This is between Anytime and Boxer, as I think Diggity just mentioned, and this is Boxer on the right in red. And again, for the win, he was red in Game 1, and he won Game 1. And, oh, sorry I just spoiled that for you, but anyways. Yeah, he was red in Game 1, and as we've seen as of late, colors do matter in this game. So I'm sensing a win coming from Boxer in this matchup, and Anytime is going to be in, looks like teal on the left side of the map. This is Python, by the way, and just kind of noting off the bat that they are across the map. They're not in side sections, so dropship play could be more important because of the length, but it also might be less important because the positioning isn't going to be as vital for things like Reaver drops and that sort of thing. So a little bit of an advantage to Boxer to get more defensible position for him in that sort of a sense. So yeah, should be interesting to see. Both these players have played really well. I mean, that's why they ended up being their aces. Boxer in Game 1 and Anytime in Game 2, both playing really well in both those matches. So both players really on in their form. And in Game 1, Boxer showing that he is, he basically said like, yeah, I'm out of practice, but I'm still Boxer. In true Boxer form, just kind of, coming out of nowhere and doing things that people didn't expect and pulling it off pretty well.
So we'll see what Boxer employs here. It looks like I thought he might try to seal in his front door. Instead, it looks like he's just going to build his barracks to the side. That scout is going to end up getting through for any time. Yeah, not going to seal it in time. And now that that probe's going to go and try to harass Boxer, being that SCV off the line just to do it. Might be able. Wasn't able to seal that probe in. Again, Boxer showing a little bit out of practice. He's going to get that barracks up, and it looks like yeah, Anytime's going to rush straight to Dragoons. And the question is what is Anytime just going to do the standard straight to observatory build, or is he going to push? And my other question is I would expect, because it's pretty standard on Python, looks like he is in fact sealing his front door in, to go straight to factory, get that siege check, and take your first expansion, and just push on from there.
He'll be able to get a marine out and take care of that probe, and so he'll block any future tech scouting basically after that one marine gets out. It looks like he is going tech because he did get their refinery right away. So obviously it's kind of weird that Anytime actually scouted straight across the map. You can see his trail on the minimap. He went straight across the middle, straight for Boxer. Kind of strange. Although it does make sense because then you can... Yeah, Anytime is totally a hacker. No, not really. Makes sense though because then you can scout from the middle, from the opposite side up, and from your own base down, send out a second probe and scout all locations a little bit faster that way. Oh, probe gets surrounded. Steve, what do you think about this situation?
Well, I think because he blocked the front door, it seems like he might go for some cheese, like I saw Boxer in years past.
Possibility, definite possibility.
Yeah, looks like...
Yeah, that is one thing we do see people block their door off when they want to hide something interesting they're doing. Sometimes they block the door off just to throw the other guy off, which is definitely something you might expect from Boxer. He is getting that machine shop up, but doesn't seem to be getting a second factory up at this point. So
my guess is, yeah, that's pretty standard when you're doing that first expand, putting the machine shop down. Yeah, you can see the second command center going down
command center, I didn't
He is
catch
just
that.
going to go for the standard for expand. He's going to have a little bit of a hard time dealing with this first Dragoon because I'm not sure how many Marines he has out. Before I only saw 2. In fact, it is only 2, and 2 Marines versus a single Dragoon. That's not very good odds. So if Anytime does decide to,
he's probably getting out a tank right now.
Yeah,
he's probably doing something
right now. But we'll see if siege check is out in time, and if you can kind of hold this off. In the meantime, Anytime getting the robotics facility up, doesn't want to get mined in by vultures. So this is going to make mines not absolutely worthless, but definitely going to reduce their feasibility for Boxer. And a second gateway going up for Anytime, so he's starting to shift in. We'll see how
probably get something. I do feel like he might be trying to do something interesting. I don't know.
Maybe go for a Reaver drop.
Blocking behind. Oh, he snuck that SCV out there. Boxer is probably not going for a Reaver drop. No, that's my guess.
No, I mean Anytime.
Oh, okay.
engineering bay going up for Boxer, so it looks like he might be well prepared for it.
Yeah, you're right. He is going kind of for the standard thing, getting the tank out to kind of protect so he can get that expansion up and going. Anytime is interestingly not going for that expansion right now, even though he's probably expecting that Boxer is. So this could be bad for Boxer in sort of a timing sort of sense. If Anytime makes an attack using basically the time that Boxer has spent making that expansion, if he ends up making attack forces, although he's been teching up. So basically it looks like it's going to come down to how Boxer defends against this Reaver Harass, which is pretty inevitable at this point.
Yeah, I think Boxer's in a good position. He already has 2 tanks out. He's going to have a 3rd tank, and they're all going to be sieged, and he has the protection of the cliff, even though these 5 Dragoons are coming out.
Yeah, he's using that cliff. Really, I don't know why Terrans don't use that cliff more often for their siege tanks. For some reason they don't do that very often.
It is an easy drop point, but as you can see, Boxer being very clever putting out his turrets, and now anytime realizing he needs to start expanding, and he needs to think about a 3rd expansion if he's going to kind of compete in the long run, I think.
By the way, this is Steve's first audio commentary, so...
yeah, that's how you guys are blowing right by me.
You need to chime in. Just start interrupting.
Yeah.
Just be like, wait, I have something to say.
Just talk over each other and
yeah, we just talk over each other.
Let's just keep going.
So Boxer's going to move his tanks out here and set up shop more out in front. Again, I don't know why they don't keep a couple tanks up on the ridge just for fun, because Zealots can't get to them when they're up there.
Dragoons have the misfire. Yeah.
He's gonna need at least 1 tank in his main though. When those Reavers come in, a tank siege next to a turret or something like that, if he's going to really deal with the Reaver Harass successfully, unless he just wants to follow the shuttle around with his tank. But it looks like Anytime's going to have a Reaver out in just a second. He's loading up Zealots as well. He could actually have a Reaver in there already.
I think this is going to be the deciding factor in the game. I think he does have the Reaver out, but basically how effective is he going to be with that Reaver Harass? And not going to be very effective at that secondary, as you can see with the 3 tanks down.
Yeah, but the main is wide open because there's no anti-air defense and there's no units there at all. Just 4 factories being built.
Yeah, I was noting that too. There's nothing. He's got nothing in his main. There's the Reaver. So we're gonna find out pretty soon.
Spot, and I think that Boxer has a good. He'll be first of all he'll see it coming, so I think he'll be able. I think he already has a tank out that he can pull back into that area. But I think there's also kind of turrets lining the edge. There is an observer going into the base, so actually it looks like Anytime is going to get a good shot right on the main.
Yeah.
Going to see that it's kind of.
Yeah, I think that looks wide open.
It looks like he's floating his engineering bay out on the left, so he'll see the shuttle coming in, but he doesn't actually have any turrets. So he's just kind of depending on his own reaction here, his own reaction time.
Anytime
he sees it coming in. He sees it coming in.
And there's the Reaver managing to take. That's a good amount of
damage
there.
He's doing the Reaver on the factories. Why?
Yeah,
basically
he's
just trying to kill the
SCV
to delay Boxer, delay his tech, so he has to bring 2 more SCVs
Again,
to go build. Kind
of like what I said at the beginning. We're seeing that come into play here. He doesn't have a good location for dropping in the back to get the SCVs. So that was a little costly.
That was a nice shot.
Again, he's leaving that section. He's trying to build a turret, but it was a little bit too late there. It looks like the siege tanks do have access to that point there. But yeah, the Marines coming in to attack the shuttle. That's going to force Anytime to make his move or not. And those tanks are in position to kind of. His shuttle is trapped. His shuttle's trapped behind Marines and turrets. Looks like Boxer's trying to keep it forced in the back there, and he's gonna have to drop that Reaver out because it's gonna. Oh, it takes out one of the Marines. Zealot got in there too. Hardcore battling going on here. Wow. Anytime doing really. Oh, the tank almost is might away. Yes, the Scarab is wasted, but he's losing some SCVs here. That's gonna cost him in the long run. Finding vultures running in there, and I think those quick vultures are going to be able to take care of the Reaver a little bit. Yeah, the Reaver goes down finally, so you just have to worry about that Zealot. But that was a pretty effective Reaver harass, in my opinion. Cost Boxer a little bit there.
Stopped his production and give Anytime the time he needs. In the meantime, Anytime needs to start thinking desperately about that 3rd expansion. He's starting to push out with a large Dragoon force, but I think there's a sizable enough force that Boxer can stop this. I think Anytime realizing that, oh man, so many factories up, he just needs to start pushing now, and if he doesn't push now, I think the game's going to get out of hand.
That's a good point, and Boxer looks like he's going to try and push out too, maybe trying to secure an expansion here.
It's actually really difficult. I think he might be going for. I was thinking he might be bring an SCV along and try to go for that seal in, but it's really hard to do on Python because again, the map artifacts across the middle don't allow you to do a seal until you get basically all the way into your opponent's base. Right now, it looks like he's just gonna try to push up and try to create a contain around Anytime, leaving some mines in the background just for spotting.
Somehow Anytime managed to save that shuttle, so he still has it for those Zealot bombs. So that's going to be effective. Boxer's going to have to watch out for basically his own mines killing him. It looks like he is, just kind of leaving him behind as a precaution.
Yeah.
Anytime is getting that expansion set up in the bottom left corner now. So exactly as you said, Boxer's also pushing in.
Is only a single machine shop on any of those factories, so Boxer's really pumping the vultures here. Usually with just 2 expansions, you're not going to... Wow, and a huge battle happening here. As you can see, and we'll see if the drop... Oh, man, putting the Reaver behind...
Oh, there's another Reaver in there. That could be bad. Oh.
Wow, takes out 3 tanks.
Oh, that was a horrible scare. Finally, the Reaver goes down. Oh, man.
I don't think Boxer can hold this contain at this point.
No, Boxer's attack's going to go down. Things not looking good for Boxer here.
Yeah, not looking good. It's almost entirely vultures, and I think he's maybe going for more of a harass. But as you can see, Anytime realizing that he has just more, he's more dedicated to producing vultures, protecting his secondary entirely with you can see that entire line of pylons just a few seconds ago, all the way around his base, and getting a forge up now, realizing and trying to take that expansion to the bottom left-hand corner, realizing if he's going to protect it, he's going to have to keep those vultures out of his base. We'll see if Boxer actually goes for a dropship now to kind of go harass that, but I don't know if he will or not. But we'll see if he now puts in additional machine shops and thinks about expanding himself. Because as you can see now,
I think he needs to do that.
Yeah, which is an indication to me he's going for another expansion right now. Going to try to kind of secure it. Probably in that upper left-hand corner where we see him going now.
Maybe, yeah. He might just be. I think he's planting mines around where Anytime might go right now because he just went and planted mines in the bottom there. Yeah, things kind of looking bad for Boxer. He's lost militarily. And it's getting a little bit behind economically as well, so he's going to have to do something, make some kind of a strike to pick things back up again. And if anyone can do a surgical strike of some sort, it's Boxer. He's going to need to, do some kind of clever drop, or really he needs to drop on the bottom left corner at this point to kind of
pushing the vulture in now and seeing those pylon blocks. And that's not gonna. Yeah, he's not gonna have anything there. But yeah, really, he doesn't have the production. He doesn't even have his second gas down at his natural expansion. So having those machine shops up, it's not gonna do anything for him unless he gets a third expansion and gets the gas down. So right now, just entirely dedicated to the vultures, and as you can see, the vultures not really doing their job against this huge force of Anytime just kind of dominating the map. And right now, going in for another drop, and we'll see if Boxer will have the reaction time to deal with that.
Yeah, I think he really kind of showed the fact that he is out of practice in that first drop, just the fact that he kind of didn't react really quickly enough, trailing his units around after the shuttle in that first attack. I don't know. Just kind of expect him to... Well, he survived it okay, but not as well as he could have if he'd really followed that shuttle around with the tanks or whatever.
What do you think, Steve?
Well, I was just thinking that I remember a lot of games before where Boxer was almost godlike using vultures and mines, and I think he's trying to do the same thing now, but he's just not really having the same style of play as he had before.
And now pushing up another large force. I think he's going to try another contain here, but it's a little late because as you can see on the minimap, Anytime's already expanded another time. He's going to go for another expansion. The vulture, and now doing an excellent job of pinning the vultures in between the tanks. Just going to reduce that goon force to absolute nothing and incinerate them.
And
man,
getting tracked down brutally and without any I don't even know what he's not having any of because I'm totally tongue-tied for some reason. Yeah, those goons getting slaughtered, tracked down. Anytime trying to do a little bit of a drop over here, the Zealots drop out. The Reaver, he needs to target that Reaver. Get the Reaver. The Reaver gets picked back up again.
Another large force for Anytime out, and Anytime out now is just out resourcing Boxer, and he's just already. I think he has a larger.
Yeah,
he's just doing a better macro job right now.
This is actually
Boxer,
what we see. This is how we see Boxer lose in the last several weeks. He just kind of doesn't stay on top of the resources as much and ends up getting out-resourced most of the time that he loses. He's still very clever, obviously. His reaction time might not be up, but his mind is still there. So usually it just kind of, he's just not on top of it as far as getting those expansions up, and really he needs to start tackling some of Anytime's expansions, especially the one directly to the south, which is basically unprotected. I don't know if he knows it's there or not. Looks like he's going straight for the jugular though, going straight for Anytime's expansion is natural. And another huge battle coming in here. Those Zealots are pretty blocked off by those Vultures, but he's got Dragoons coming in from the other side as well. Mine's not blowing up all of Boxer's tanks this time, but he's getting forced back a little bit. Oh, that one mine. Oh, the Reaver coming into play again. He needs to target the Reaver. The Reaver blows up before it gets the Scarab off at least. And Boxer might actually take this battle. Boxer has reinforcements coming in. So Boxer successful. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
We'll see if he can continue with this contain seal, trying to get another turret down. Now try to expand at the 12 o'clock position, but he needs more siege tanks in that area. Arbiter Tribunal down, so he needs. If he's going to win this, he needs to push in now, because otherwise an Arbiter's going to be out. And he's going to be facing basically kind of a unit set that I don't think he can handle at the moment.
He needs to. He needs to finish it pretty quick. Otherwise, he's going to be having stasis field on him, and that's going to be basically the end. At least Boxer has expanded to the north. He needs to. He needs to either take out that southern expansion, which he can do easily if he goes for it, or he needs to really push in now. And he's actually might be able to siege that Stargate if he can kill off that Stargate. I don't know if he knows it's there or not.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he knows it's there over the ridge. In the meantime, bringing a lot of Vultures up. But as you can see, he's really dedicated to kind of a Vulture build. And that's really going to hurt him economically. As you can see, just expanding now, Anytime has spotted that out. Probably going to be heading there next with the recall.
He does have his SCVs in there. Like you were talking about before, setting up kind of building containment.
Yeah, he's just going to try to contain, but really I think it's a little late for contain. He needs to, unless he can go and get that starport down, or Stargate I should say, but I'm not sure if he's going to be successful in doing that. Another drop coming in at that 12 o'clock expansion. I'm not sure that Boxer has anything in position to stop it.
It looks like Anytime's trying to squeeze his forces out the bottom, so he has an attack force he can bring to bear someplace else. Try and pincher Boxer's forces basically at some point. He squeezed them out now, and so those are the only forces he's going to be able to get out, it looks like. Boxer's now pinned him in, and now those forces are out of his front door. He is going around the side. Boxer's bringing back his Vultures to the side, though.
And trying to go from both directions now.
Pincher.
But yeah, Dark Templar drop at the 12 o'clock position, so again, the Arbiter is out. So this is going to be really difficult for Boxer to win at this point.
I don't know if Boxer doesn't even have ComSat. He doesn't even have a
doesn't have a lot of minerals at his secondary either, and doesn't have the gas up in the secondary as well. So yeah, and he doesn't have ComSat. This is just an absolute disaster for Boxer at this point. I think he does have that seal, he does have a contain, but with that Arbiter out, it's just really dangerous for him, and kind of time is on, any time has the time advantage at the moment.
Oh man. See, I thought that that my curse of when I commentate on important games, the players I like, they lose. I thought it'd be gone if we just did the. Oh man! Oh, that was a lot of SCVs. I think just went down. I kind of missed it, but it looks like the dual commentary may not have actually fended off that jinx after all. Boxer still has his Boxer still has kind of a containment outside of Anytime space. It looks like he's decided not to push in to try and save his own buttocks instead. But yeah, he's just not mining anything right now. It looked like he lost that that command center in the north. And,
still pushing up for a contain, still wanting to go up against that really plump, juicy resource, or I should say production point of Anytime, but Anytime in the meantime just pressing forward with that Arbiter. And this is going to come down to a race at this point. Can Boxer get up into Anytime space before Anytime goes to his main? And I'm not sure that he's going to be able to here.
He's got a ton of Vultures there, and as far as I think that force could break in, but as far as a timed race, yeah, he's probably gonna lose out here. Anytime running out of Zealots at this point, though. If Boxer does kind of push in, yeah, it basically Anytime said, I'm going to ignore my front door for the most part and just try and rampage around with this small force that he got out beforehand. Now Boxer sieging within range of his buildings, though, and this could be it right here. Boxer could actually take down this expansion. What do you think, Steve?
I don't know if that would be enough to bring him back in this game, though.
Probably not.
Very astute. In the meantime, that attack force coming in, and this containment is now broken,
the attack force.
The last
attack force coming in from the back now. Reinforcements coming in at just the right moment, though. And it is going to continue.
Yeah. ComSat off, so he does have ComSat now, able to take down the units underneath.
And wow, Boxer all up in Anytime's expansion. He might actually get in here after all. He's still got siege tanks around. That mine barely chasing down that vulture there. Yeah, anytime he still has some forces out in the open though. He's trying to bring in to bear to re-break the containment there. Oh man, this tank's going down. Oh, no resources. Boxer does have that expansion in the north up and running again though. It looks like, but I think this is going to be too little or too late as far as economy goes.
You can kind of see it on his face, very stressed, and I think this might be the last units that we're going to see out of him for a while. Before I should say the end of this game. Anytime does have basically he's producing out of 3 bases where Boxer's barely producing out of 1. Now starting to ferry his units over, trying to protect that desperately, but I don't know that he's going to be successful in doing that.
It looks like Boxer may be setting up expansion in the top left corner. It's hard to tell on the mini-map. Someone's got a unit up there, but it might just be some spider mines or something like that. But yeah, I really don't know why Boxer hasn't taken out that southern expansion. It's basically defenseless, and he hasn't done anything to attack it at all. He could have just gone down there and raped the probes and then gone off. And you know, it's funny. No one has a problem with me saying rape, but they have a problem with me cussing. Anyways,
go figure. You know, off topic. It's double standard. Yeah. No. Anyway, just screwing around.
No observer,
pushing
in.
Mines anytime.
Suck mines.
Even if he doesn't have an observer. And now Boxer actually going for that lower expansion, going to take out some probes there. But I don't think it's make a difference because, as you can see, Boxer fleeing from that location.
Oh man.
And doing desperately whatever he can. These vultures are going to get exterminated here by that arbiter and the forces underneath. And all his SCVs are pinned up there. I don't think they can get out. That command center is probably going to go down. He's trying to draw those goons in. They're going to attack with the SCVs now, but now there's cloak everywhere.
SCVs for the win!
Trying to run him by, trying to get him out of that base because he really can't afford to produce anymore, and they're just going to get absolutely just stabbed right in the face by those Dark Templars if they come around. And as you can see, people just want to vomit out there.
Oh, poor
and just waiting there. Yeah, they're going to get stabbed right in the face, right there. Oh.
Boxer's like, I can't land.
Boxer's still trying though.
Oh, Comsat! Yay, Dark Templar are dead. So he's going to be able to keep mining from this spot here.
Boxer's still a hero, still clinging on, still going to fight out to the end. And anytime, even though he's definitely ahead in the resource battle and probably going to win this overall, Boxer's still fighting like the true champion that he is.
Hey, this is Boxer, the perpetrator of the greatest comeback in StarCraft history, so you can never really count him out. But yeah, things kind of looking bad. I don't know why actually he hasn't gotten dropships and tried to do some clever drops. That usually is the kind of thing that he ends up doing, is some kind of a clever surgical drop. And again, it might just be a factor of the fact that he's kind of recall. Oh, that's probably the end. Oh, recall in his base. If he loses those factories, then it's pretty much over. Yeah, Comsat goes off, but he's got nothing to do anything with the Comsat. So
another recall.
That's probably double recall.
This looks ugly from here on out. Sorry, Molten. Right. I know you really wanted him to win this one.
It's alright. This is the third time it's happened too, where I've commentated game 1 and Boxer has won, and I'm like, yes! And then he loses the ace match. It's the third time in a row that it's happened. So really maybe I shouldn't comment the ace match at all, and then he might have a chance.
I'm surprised they haven't put Oversky in the ace match. I think he's been playing better lately.
Maybe a little bit.
No offense to Boxer, but I think Boxer's doing more in his military stuff, whereas Oversky is slacking off and playing StarCraft.
Although I gotta hand it to Boxer. I mean, anytime is basically I think he has the #1 Pro League score right now. He's got the #1 record in Pro League. So it's not like Boxer lost to Haya, some random noob who he pwned in the first game, or something like that. Or it's not even like he lost to Free. Anytime is basically, I would say, the third best Zerg in the world right now. Third best Protoss in the world right now.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe fourth behind Much. I don't know. I haven't seen them go up against each other. Finally, Boxer GG's. Anytime takes the match for Lecaf. Hey, at least I get a point on Liquibet.
Yeah. Oh, you voted against him. Or you voted against the ace here. Sad.
Well, I didn't. Honestly, there wasn't. It wasn't.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I like ace too.
Statistically,
I like to see them win.
I don't vote for who I want to win. I vote for who I think I'm gonna win. Anyways, any final thoughts on that game, Steve? Steve?
I'm just sad that I haven't seen Box play the way I've seen him play before lately.
But yeah, say that now, but as soon as he gets out of the Air Force and gets back in tip-top form, we're going to see him back up here, I think, because he is Boxer.
That'll
That's
be
what it comes
interesting.
down to.
Yeah, he was. I think he doesn't. He gets out actually later in 2008, I believe. I could be wrong, but I think it's 2 years.
This coming year.
And
yes, there is hope.
And he went into the military, I think, of October of 06. So October of 08, he'll be getting out. But the thing is, I don't know if he'll. I was thinking that he may actually just stay in the Air Force and maybe devote himself to the Air Force team. Because honestly, that would be kind of suck of him to be like, all right, peace out, Air Force. I'm gonna go join SKT1 again, and then Air Force would suck even worse than they already do. So
well, it'd be cool if he stayed.
I could see him being kind of
manly
and staying on. Yeah. If he stayed on as like full-time practicing gaming instead of having to do military stuff all the time. I don't know. We'll see. And then StarCraft 2 might be coming out, 09 or something like that. So that might, yeah. Dude, I don't remember who said it, but someone said, I think that was the Ben said that StarCraft 2 is going to be a great game, and our grandkids are going to love playing it.
Yeah, basically.
Anyways, although there's already betas out. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this this triple commentary between Moletrap, Diggity, and the Steve.
Not to be confused with Fake Steve. He's awesome too, though.
Yeah, not Fake Steve. He's good, but we haven't done a triple commentary with him. All right, so peace out, y'all, and once again, going to go cry myself to sleep. I'm getting kind of sick of that.
I think I am too.
I'm gonna have to stop watching the Air Force team play.
Yeah.
All right, good night, everybody.
Night.
Night.